Hello, fellow heirs. Welcome back to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, where we are reading through the book of Exodus. And today we will be reading the 17th chapter of Exodus in the NLT version. So without any further ado, let's get started. So the NLT actually splits this chapter up into two parts. The first part I will read will be water from the rock. At the Lord's command, the whole community of Israel left the wilderness of Sin and moved from place to place. Eventually, they camped at Rephidim, but there was no water there for the people to drink. So once more, the people complained against Moses. "Give us water to drink," they demanded. "Quiet," Moses replied. "Why are you complaining against me? And why are you testing the Lord?" But tormented by thirst, they continued to argue with Moses. "Why did you bring us out of Egypt? Are you trying to kill us, our children, and our livestock with thirst?" Then Moses cried out to the Lord, "What should I do with these people? They are ready to stone me." The Lord said to Moses, "Walk out in front of the people. Take your staff, the one you used when you struck the water of the Nile, and call some of the elders of Israel to join you. I will stand before you on the rock at Mount Sinai. Strike the rock, and water will come gushing out. Then the people will be able to drink." So Moses struck the rock as he was told, and water gushed out as the elders looked on. Moses named the place Massah, which means test, and Meribah, which means arguing, because the people of Israel argued with Moses and tested the Lord by saying, "Is the Lord here with us or not?" The second part covers the Israelis defeating the Amalekites. While the people of Israel were still at Rephidim, the warriors of Amalek attacked them. Moses commanded Joshua, "Choose some men to go out and fight the army of Amalek for us. Tomorrow I will stand at the top of the hill, holding the staff of God in my hand." So Joseph did what Moses had commanded and fought the army of Amalek. Meanwhile, Moses, Aaron, and Hur climbed to the top of a nearby hill. As long as Moses held up the staff in his hand, the Israelite had the advantage. But whenever he dropped his hand, the Amalekites gained the advantage. Moses' arms soon became so tired he could no longer hold them up. So Aaron and Hur found a stone for him to sit on. Then they stood on each side of Moses, holding up his hands, so his hand held steady until sunset. As a result, Joshua overwhelmed the army of Amalek in battle. After the victory, the Lord instructed Moses, "Write this down on a scroll as a permanent reminder and read it aloud to Joshua. I will erase the memory of Amalek from under heaven." Moses built an altar there and named it Yahweh Nisi, which means "The Lord is my banner." He said, "They have raised their fist against the Lord's throne. So now the Lord will be at war with Amalek generation after generation." And that concludes the reading of Exodus 17 in the NLT version. There are so many thoughts that come to my mind when I read this that I don't even have enough time to talk about it. But one thing that has been striking me throughout reading Exodus, especially or particularly with the last couple of chapters, is how the children of Israelite has complained. And it was really, really getting to Moses with them complaining. And he's saying, "Hey, it's not me that you should be getting on. This is all God. What's happening is all God." So actually, I think what Moses was saying is that you need to go plead your case to the Lord. And oftentimes, I think in life, a lot of people, I know I do, including myself, I'll put myself on the line and talk about myself. Sometimes I will complain, or I will get mad, or I will be sad, or I will feel some type of way about the situation. And then I have to regroup. I have to back up and say, oh no, do not let this situation pull your emotions into all kind of direction and make you feel some type of way, stress yourself out, stress your body out, and not give God the glory. Because we know that all things work out for the good that love Him and that are called according to His purpose. Now, sometimes we do sin and we have to face consequences. But sometimes things just happen. And we need to look to God and go to God and ask God to help us, or ask Him, is there something that you need me to learn? Or maybe there's some skill set that He wants you to learn in going through that. Or it may be that He wants to give you a testimony for somebody that's coming later. So that He wants you to tell the testimony to and to encourage them. So, this keep coming up, and I know it will again and again in Exodus about them complaining. But it's just a testament that, to me, that we should be going to the Lord in prayer about whatever we're struggling with, and not always point our finger at the person in charge. No, go to God and present it to Him. Now God does give us common sense, and He does give us wisdom. So if somebody is doing wrong, or we're under the umbrella of somebody that's doing wrong, we may have to leave that situation. But He gives us wisdom in those types of things. But my thing is, don't always be so quick to complain or let situation jerk your emotions around. So, what do you think about this chapter 17? Please put it in the comments below. I would love to hear what your thoughts are. With that being said, I thank you so much for listening to Weekday Wind Down with the Word, and have a blessed day. Have a good weekend, y'all. Bye.